General Hospital spoilers reveal a stunning twist that has left fans reeling with excitement and disbelief. Austin, long presumed dead, is making a dramatic return to town. The whispers around Port Charles are louder than ever, with hints that his previous death was nothing more than an elaborate ruse, a deception designed to mask a larger, more dangerous game at play. According to the emerging rumors, Austin is set to reappear, and not only that, but he intends to seek the assistance of Josslyn in a high-stakes mission to exact revenge on Cyrus for the death of Dex. For years, the storyline had painted a grim picture of Austin's demise. The fateful night that was supposed to have sealed his fate saw him ambushed in his own home, a betrayal from within that left viewers questioning who could have orchestrated such a violent act. Reports indicate that Austin was ambushed by an assailant armed with 2 gunshots, delivered with lethal precision right as he returned home. This attacker, described as wearing unassuming office shoes, was a shadow in plain sight, having hidden in Austin's home long before the fatal encounter. The very details of the break-in are chilling. There were no signs of forced entry, no shattered windows or broken locks, which led many to suspect that someone with an intimate knowledge of Austin's personal life had secured a duplicate key and gained access with premeditated stealth. In the moments leading up to the shooting, Austin had made a bold declaration, one that would prove to be his undoing in the eyes of his powerful adversaries. He claimed that he was in possession of damning evidence that could indict Cyrus for a series of heinous crimes. His outspoken vow to bring this evidence to light, to expose the true nature of Cyrus's involvement in criminal activities, quickly put him on a collision course with his enemies. For those who were aware of the inner workings of Port Charles's underworld, it was no secret that Cyrus would stop at nothing to keep his secrets buried. When Cyrus learned of Austin's intention to reveal the incriminating documents, he acted swiftly and ruthlessly, ordering Austin's assassination in order to silence him permanently. Despite the cold efficiency of the attack, the investigation that followed was as baffling as it was frustrating. The Port City Police Department, PCPD, found themselves with a case riddled with inconsistencies, a seemingly straightforward murder that left behind a trail of unanswered questions. No evidence could directly link Cyrus to the crime, and the circumstances surrounding the attack were mired in ambiguity. Many believed that Austin's murder was purposefully swept under the rug, a case that was allowed to fade into obscurity because no one dared to stand up for him. Among those who might have had the courage to demand justice was Ava, a character known for her fiery spirit and determination. Yet even she, with her unyielding resolve, found herself silenced by the fear that her own life could be at risk if she dared to challenge the established order. As the narrative of Austin's death unfolded, another layer of intrigue emerged, one that hinted at a miraculous twist of fate. It appears that Austin did not truly succumb to the fatal gunshots. Instead, a mysterious benefactor intervened at the very moment of his supposed demise. All signs now point to Jack Brennan, a figure whose presence had been conspicuously absent from Port Charles at that time. Although Brennan himself had not yet reappeared on screen, his influence was felt throughout the town in the form of his loyal operatives, who operated under the banner of an organization known as WSB. These henchmen, whose loyalty to Brennan was as unwavering as it was secretive, seemed to have played a critical role in rescuing Austin from the clutches of death. The notion that Brennan's unseen forces saved Austin adds a fascinating twist to the storyline. It is as if, in the dark corridors of power and deceit that define General Hospital, every death is negotiable, every outcome subject to the will of those who pull the strings behind the scenes. With Austin's miraculous survival, the stage is set for a vengeance-driven comeback. Now recuperated and burning with a desire for retribution, Austin is determined to return to town, not as a defeated man, but as a force ready to dismantle the web of lies and corruption that has ensnared his life. However, Austin's return is not merely a solitary quest for vengeance. In a strategic move that speaks to the intricate alliances of Port Charles, he has reached out to Josslyn, a character whose own turbulent narrative is now interwoven with his. Josslyn, whose motivations are deeply personal due to her vendetta against Cyrus following the death of Dex, finds herself at a critical juncture. Her quest for revenge has evolved into a carefully plotted scheme, one that hinges on obtaining undeniable proof of Cyrus's criminal activities. Recognizing that their individual battles against Cyrus are, in essence, two sides of the same coin, Austin and Josslyn have decided to combine their efforts in a covert operation aimed at bringing the truth to light. The collaboration between Austin and Josslyn is as risky as it is revolutionary. In secret, away from the prying eyes of both friend and foe, Austin makes contact with Josslyn and hands her a folder, an unassuming package that contains the full extent of evidence against Cyrus. This folder, filled with documents, recordings, and meticulously gathered details, is a treasure trove of proof that could finally topple Cyrus's reign of terror. The decision to entrust this critical evidence to Josslyn is not made lightly. It represents a calculated risk that hinges on absolute secrecy and mutual trust. With the knowledge that Cyrus's criminal empire has long been shielded by layers of deception and complicity, the act of turning over this evidence to the authorities becomes not just an act of revenge, but a statement of defiance against a system that has allowed corruption to flourish. Yet, the path to justice is never straightforward in the world of General Hospital. Austin's brush with death and his subsequent escape from captivity raise significant questions about the forces that are at play in Port Charles. While the public narrative had convinced many that he was dead, a covert rescue operation, apparently orchestrated by Brennan's network, ensured that he survived to fight another day. The very existence of the WSB organization, a shadowy collective of operatives loyal to Brennan, hints at a complex web of loyalties and power struggles that extend far beyond the superficial plots of personal vendettas. Brennan's role in this rescue, although not explicitly detailed on screen, serves as a reminder that in Port Charles, alliances are as fluid as they are enigmatic, and every character is capable of surprises that defy conventional expectations. As Austin regains his strength, his resolve hardens into a steely determination to see Cyrus brought to justice. His recovery is not just a physical one, it is emblematic of the resurgence of a spirit that refuses to be extinguished by the machinations of those who operate in the shadows. With each passing day, as he gathers strength and strategizes his next move, the urgency of his mission grows. He is no longer content to live in the aftermath of betrayal and near-fatal violence. Instead, he is committed to turning the tables on those who wronged him. His plan, bold and meticulously crafted, involves infiltrating the corridors of power once again and using the evidence he now possesses as a weapon against his enemies. In this high-stakes narrative, Josslyn's role becomes ever more crucial. For her, the vendetta against Cyrus is not just a personal grudge, it is a mission that carries the weight of countless wrongs that have been committed in the shadows. The death of Dex, a catalyst for her own transformation into a seeker of retribution, has left scars that run deep. Partnering with Austin is an opportunity for her to finally address the injustices that have long haunted her, to bring down a figure whose crimes have been allowed to persist unpunished. The alliance between Austin and Josslyn is a union of mutual necessity, forged in the crucible of shared pain and a common enemy. Together, they represent a new front against the pervasive corruption that has seeped into every corner of Port Charles. Their plan is both daring and fraught with danger. With a folder of evidence in hand, Austin and Josslyn must navigate a treacherous landscape where betrayal lurks around every corner. The evidence they possess is powerful, but it also makes them targets for those who would do anything to keep Cyrus's secrets hidden. Their strategy hinges on secrecy. Any leak could result in immediate retaliation from Cyrus and his network of enforcers. In this covert operation, every move must be calculated, every contact discreet. The duo's clandestine communications, conducted in hushed tones and through encrypted channels, underscore the gravity of their mission. Their shared objective is clear: to gather enough incontrovertible evidence to force the hand of law enforcement, to bring the full weight of the legal system crashing down on Cyrus and his criminal empire. As the days in Port Charles count down to an inevitable showdown, the tension is palpable. The looming confrontation is not just a battle between individual characters, it is a symbolic clash between the forces of justice and the entrenched powers of corruption. Austin's survival, his secret alliance with Josslyn, and the meticulous planning that has gone into assembling the evidence are all part of a larger narrative that challenges the status quo. It is a narrative that questions the integrity of those in power, the reliability of institutions that have long been taken for granted, and the lengths to which ordinary individuals will go to reclaim their lives and demand accountability. Meanwhile, the reaction from the fanbase has been nothing short of explosive. Longtime viewers, who have witnessed countless twists and turns in the saga of General Hospital, are now rallying behind the hope that Austin's return will herald a new era of justice in Port Charles. Social media is abuzz with debates, theories, and fervent calls for the truth to be revealed. Fans are dissecting every detail, from the significance of the office shoes worn by the attacker to the mysterious circumstances that allowed him to hide within Austin's home. Each clue is analyzed with an intensity that reflects the deep emotional investment that the audience has in the characters and their intertwined destinies. Moreover, the implications of Austin's survival stretch far beyond a mere personal vendetta. They call into question the very nature of trust and loyalty in a world where alliances are as shifting as the sands of time. The fact that a character presumed dead can reemerge so powerfully is a testament to the unpredictable nature of life in Port Charles, a place where nothing is ever as it seems. For many fans, Austin's return is a beacon of hope, a promise that even in the darkest moments, redemption and retribution are within reach. In the coming weeks, as Austin and Josslyn work in tandem to compile the final pieces of their intricate puzzle, viewers can expect an escalating series of confrontations that will shake the foundations of the community. The planned submission of the evidence to the authorities is not merely a bureaucratic process. It is a symbolic act of defiance against a system that has long favored the powerful over the righteous. Every step they take is laden with risk, every decision a potential turning point that could either dismantle Cyrus's empire or plunge them into even deeper peril. As the narrative hurtles toward this climactic moment, one thing is clear: the alliance between Austin and Josslyn represents a turning point in the ongoing battle for justice in Port Charles. Their combined determination to expose Cyrus's crimes is a direct challenge to the corruption that has held sway for too long. With the evidence securely in hand and the promise of a reckoning on the horizon, the stage is set for a showdown that will force the powers that be to confront the consequences of their actions. In this intricate tapestry of betrayal, survival, and revenge, General Hospital once again proves that every twist, every revelation, and every alliance is part of a grander design. One that keeps fans on the edge of their seats and never lets them forget that in Port Charles, even death itself can be nothing more than an illusion. The return of Austin, the secret meeting with Josslyn, and the imminent delivery of incontrovertible evidence against Cyrus are the building blocks of a storyline that promises to reshape the future of the town. For those who have long believed in the possibility of redemption and justice, the imminent collaboration between Austin and Josslyn is a reminder that sometimes the most devastating setbacks are the precursors to the most powerful comebacks. As the evidence begins to surface and the countdown to a final confrontation starts, the residents of Port Charles and the millions of fans watching from afar prepare themselves for a dramatic upheaval that will forever alter the course of their intertwined destinies. In the end, the saga of Austin's faked death and his determined return is not just a narrative twist. It is a bold statement about the enduring strength of the human spirit, the relentless pursuit of truth, and the unyielding demand for justice in a world that is all too often ruled by shadows. With every secret uncovered and every alliance forged, General Hospital reaffirms its place as a crucible of drama, where every character's journey is a testament to the transformative power of redemption and the inexorable force of retribution. As fans eagerly await the next chapter of this thrilling saga, one question looms large: will Austin and Josslyn succeed in exposing Cyrus's dark secrets and restoring balance to Port Charles? Or will the forces arrayed against them prove too powerful to overcome? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this is a battle that will leave an indelible mark on the legacy of General Hospital.